Hello, this is Rosita Alvarez, and welcome to Resonance Repatterning for Business. This is a quick energy clearing session and my first practice session. So I hope you enjoy being with me today. How resonance repatterning works is it's a little hard to explain. Basically, everything's energy. You, me, all that we do, our existence. And I'm going to pause just a second. I'm getting feedback. Let's see, I think I've got two going at the same time. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So basically, we are able to tap into each other's energy. I can tap into you, you can tap into me. We're really all connected. And where I end and where you begin, it's really hard to define energetically. The clear boundaries that we see between us aren't so clear on the energy level. And that's how I'm able to use kinesiology and muscle testing to tap into your system or your organization's system and identify patterns and things that might be holding you back, keeping you stuck, limited. So what you'll see me doing is muscle testing, and that looks like this. I'll push on my finger with the other finger, and when that finger goes down, that's weak, that's an off. And when it holds strong, that gives me a yes. So having a yes or a no response allows me to read a field. So we can say a statement, for example, what's holding me back right now in my business is that I can't seem to manifest a quality team to support me in my vision. So that's a belief. I can't find a quality team to support me in my business. So I'll have you say that out loud, and then we'll take a muscle test after you say it. If you're holding strong, then that pattern's held in your system. What we then proceed to is going through the resonance repatterning process, where I identify exactly where is that held, why is it there, what do we need to do to change it. And I go through a step-by-step process, navigating through basically kind of a book of life that the creator of resonance repatterning made for her resonance repatterning practitioners. So this book, you'll see me flipping around through pages. I actually have several books for different aspects. So there's many windows with which we can come into to tackle different problems. So at times you'll hear me flipping through pages. So checking in, is anybody here with me? I don't even know how to tell if someone's here. I guess you could speak up if you're here. Okay, well, I'm going to just carry on as if you are here. I do have the chat window open for chatting, so we can use that. All right, so let's get started. Make sure I have that chat window open. Yes. Okay. All right, so getting started today. We need to get started with getting oriented, identifying problems and turning them into possibilities. Yes. So what you'll do is we'll list problems that we're experiencing and facing today. So let's start with mastering technology. In fact, the Google Plus Hangouts. So the problem is mastering a new technology as quickly as I can and efficiently so that I can reach my customers and serve them well. The problem I'm having is navigating my way through what feels like Alice in Wonderland Google world, where there's many rabbit holes to fall down. So getting disoriented, moving between the fields, and overwhelmed with the flood of information that I don't have a place to file it in because I'm not familiar with the terms for the technology. So that's the problem. We'll start there. Muscle testing that resonance, that's definitely the problem. So the next step is then Is there any negative or non-coherent feeling associated with it? Yes. Probably people would be feeling inadequate, not clever, and actually maybe a little fear too of being exposing yourself online. Yeah, okay. So we need to know any weaknesses or flaws involved. Yes. Personal weaknesses? No. Google Plus weaknesses? No. Team weaknesses? Yes. Team weakness. Okay, so as a team, we are partnering in Google Plus with folks we don't know, haven't met. And so the weakness we have here is the strength of our bond. Yeah. So which requires a bit of trust, reaching out to each other. Yes. Okay, so we'll be repatterning that. There's another area of stress that needs to be identified. Yes. So I'm going to have a nice handy little area of stress reference here. So let me flip over to that. Okay. All right, we need something from 1 to 12. No. 13 to 18. No. 19 to 20. Yes, 19, 20. Yes, holding strong for 20. And that is decision-making issues. So I want you to repeat out loud. Decision-making issues. Yes, you're holding strong for that being another area of stress related. Okay, we need any other areas of stress? Nope. All right. We need brain area non-coherence needed. Yes, page 18. All right. So we need to look into our limbic, basal ganglia, cingulate gyrus, prefrontal, temporal, left cerebral, right cerebral, top bottom brain, nope, front back brain, yes. Okay, so we're going to actually be muscle testing our front to back brain areas. So when issues manifest here, they are going to sound familiar to you, I bet. It's a difficulty maintaining a balance between focusing internally and focusing externally. This may create a problem with staying connected to your own needs while participating fully in life and in relationship and in the needs of others. So the statement that we need to use for this clearing session, there's 5 of them. We need 1, 2, 3, 3. All right, I am pulled back, disinvolved, depressed, or uncertain about participating. That's literally what it says. So I want you to say it's pulled back, disinvolved, depressed, uncertain. So our statement is, I am uncertain about participating. So I want you to say that out loud. I am uncertain about participating. And let's take a muscle test read on that. Very strong. Okay, so we'll repattern that. We need to identify the coherent statement that we need to replace that. Yes. Okay, there's 7, so we need 1 to 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 it is. I comprehend, I understand what I have read, seen, or read. So the positive statement that we need is I comprehend. No, it's I understand what I have seen. All right, so repeat after me. I understand what I have seen. Well, no energy for that. So we'll repattern that. So that'll be on when we're finished. And the other one, about being uncertain about participating, will be switched off. All right, we need anything else from brain areas? No. Okay, so we were just talking about front to back brain. So let's see if there's any other area we need to add to this session. Anything else from identifying the problem areas? No. We need to look for new possibility intentions. Now let's go into the repatterning. All right, so I have so many to pick from, so many ways to address issues. So we need to look in the primary patterns. No. The unconscious patterns. No. Chakra system. Yes. All right, so we'll go look at the chakra book. Okay, so the repatterning that we need, let me flip to it real quick, is 1, 2, 3, 4, the life cycle repatterning, which makes a lot of sense as stages of growth. So it's important that you hear some of this introduction. I'll muscle test. Yes. All right, so I'll muscle test exactly which part you need to hear. The life cycle can be observed on a daily basis in everyday conversations, relationships, projects, and creative endeavors. There are 5 phases in the life cycle. We have number 1, new beginnings. Number 2, the intention, ideas, and inspiration. 3, action. 4, creation. And 5, completion. So the new beginnings, that's the first phase of the life cycle, is represented by what you would call ether, and it's the throat chakra. It represents the new beginning, the void, or the formless state. Ether is the space of apparent chaos out of which all things are created. It makes all things possible. Ether is also the frequency pattern that gives you a sense of purpose. It's associated with spirit. Ether helps you reconnect to your spiritual essence and to recognize that your purpose is to realize your divinity within. Ether asks you to stay in the stillness and the silence that's within yourself so you can access your inner knowing. This inner silence is difficult if you're threatened by the void of aloneness, which must be faced if you're to experience peace. The second phase is the intention, idea, inspiration phase, and that's the heart chakra. And this void of ether leads you to the second phase of the life cycle. So we move from the throat chakra down to the heart chakra. We call it the air chakra, and it provides the blueprint for action. The second phase of your life cycle provides you with the intention, the idea, the inspiration behind every action. Intention is an aim that determines actions and outcomes. If you want empowered actions, it's essential to know and to resonate with your coherent intentions. So our third phase is our solar plexus. It's the fire chakra, and it's associated with action. Fire gives you the drive, the power, the enthusiasm, ambition, the will, and charisma to manifest your qualities and ideas in action. I'm going to hold this up to test to see how well the camera shows it. This is a life cycle chart. Come back down here. So the fourth is the creation element, and that's in your water chakra, which is in your pelvis. And this is represented by the water aspect, which takes you into creative manifestation. In the water phase, all parts come together to form the whole. It's the womb space that allows for creation of the baby or the outcome that it is that you want to manifest. And then finally, we move to completion, which is the earth chakra or your root chakra. It's the final and fifth phase. The life cycle is complete when you manifest or experience the outcome of your intentions and actions, or when one phase of experience comes to an end. Completion always prepares the way for a new beginning. Earth requires completion and letting go of what you no longer need. Without the letting go, you cannot release past painful relationships, experiences, memories, or even a project that you've been working on. Only by integrating what is positive in each experience and learning from your regrets can you then recycle into new beginnings, back up to the throat chakra, and more vitality, presence, productivity, effectiveness, excellence, creativity, and understanding, rather than repeating the same mistakes with the same regrets. So if you do not resonate with coherence in any of these life cycle phases, you're unable to move through them. You want to be able to move through them easily and effectively, but instead you struggle to know what your next step is. You lack ideas, intentions, or inspirations to motivate your actions and create life-enhancing outcomes. You're unable to go into action, or you might rush into action prematurely. You fail to create and manifest what you want, or you fail to complete relationships and projects and move into the new beginnings with greater wisdom and understanding. Take a moment and think where you might fall into those phases that get out of coherence. That's basically what I just described. And this repatterning will identify and transform your resonance with the non-coherent qualities of these life cycle phases that we categorize in the chakra system. As a result, you'll find you're able to complete projects, actions, relationship interactions, in all phases of daily life, and you'll stay present and vital in all that you do. The aim of the life cycle repatterning is to identify and transform non-coherence so you constantly celebrate empowered outcomes and new beginnings. So let's get started. So we've identified the problems earlier in the session, and let's see if there's another specific area that is being avoided or prematurely activated in a life cycle phase. So what is the problem you are facing in relation to what I'm about to muscle check through? I have a list of 9, and for the purposes of this session, we'll pick one. So for our group, the most important one is 1 to 5. No. 6 to 7. No. 8. It's 8, which is rest and relaxation time. So I want you to write down on your note, what is the problem you're having with rest and relaxation time? For many of us, we simply don't have it. And I can speak for myself, when I do have it, got the time, I can't let down and make the most of it. My rest and relaxation time becomes worry time, which is not either of those words, rest and relaxation. So let's identify the primary life cycle chakra that's being avoided. So it's earth completion, no. Water creation, no. Fire action, no. Air, ideas, inspiration, yes. So that heart chakra area. So the statement we need is 1 to 4, 5 to 6. I feel cut off from all possibilities for inspiration. I feel cut off from all possibilities for inspiration. If you feel like that might speak to you, write that down in your notes. We'll change it. So now let's identify the life cycle chakra that's getting prematurely activated. So we're avoiding the inspiration because of that negative statement. Now let's see what we go to instead, where we skip to that's getting prematurely activated. So it's earth, water, fire, air, ether. So prematurely activating our throat chakra, the new beginnings. So we need 1, we need 2. I keep moving into new beginnings as a way to avoid the long-term effort or commitment. I'll repeat that again. I keep moving into new beginnings as a way to avoid long-term effort and commitment. So if you imagine traveling from that starting new beginnings, the void, the next step is going into the heart chakra, where you've got your inspiration and intention. Well, if you're resonating with, I'm cut off from all possibilities for intention, you can see how you would just keep reactivating the new beginning. I'll just go to another new beginning because I can't make it through the effort of getting through the intention phase. So if you're for our example, we're stuck in phase 2 because of that negative belief, and we keep recycling back into phase 1, just new beginning after new beginning, without having to move through the long-term commitment. Some of us will do that by going from workshop to workshop without executing any of the new skills and taking them into the deep effort. All right, So we need anything else from the repatterning at this time? We don't. Oh, we do. I say we don't, but I do the muscle check and it's giving me a yes, so we do. Let me go forward then. Right, we need to know the vertebra involved with the chakra being avoided or prematurely activated. No. We need to identify earlier experiences. No. We need to identify what will allow you to move through each phase in a harmonious way and with right timing. Yes. We're looking earth first. Yes. So we'll start here with, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of? And I want you to write down, without editing or thinking too hard, 2 things you know you need to let go of, whether they seem related or not. And now I want you to write down the words, what do you regret? And if anything pops up, write in after that. If we were in a live participation practice, we would hear each other reporting in our answers to these questions at this time. Next, write down, what do you appreciate? What do you appreciate? I appreciate you taking the time to help me with this practice session that I'm doing. Welcome any feedback. But do tell me, what do you appreciate? Okay, so I'm going to muscle check for the coherent earth quality that's needed. It's 1 to 6, yes. 1 to 3, yes. 1, 2. I know when my project or a relationship is complete and easily bring it to a fulfilling conclusion. All right, so for those watching, we need to use the word project, relationship, and that can be personal or business. All right, I know when my relationship is complete and easily bring it to a fulfilling conclusion. I want you to say that out loud. Repeat after me. I know when a relationship is complete and easily bring it to a fulfilling conclusion. Now I'll muscle chest your resonance with that. It's on. We'll check it umbilically, where you put your hand like this right at your belly button. And that's off. Okay. We need any of the other chakras involved? We do not. Okay, so we've identified areas that we need to transform. And now to complete the session, let's fix them. We need a diffusion, a fusion, a chakra modality is now needed. All right, so we need to do a process combination, a sound, color light, movement, breath, energy contact, fragrance. We're going to go to a polarity contact for fire. Okay. A triad combination is needed. Yes. So we're going to make self-contact, so I want you to put your left palm on your forehead, your other palm over your belly button, and we're going to kind of, if you imagine this is my belly button, and we've got this palm on it, you're just going to kind of gently rub like such on the belly button. Just hold the palm and just kind of rock and stimulate the belly button contact. So holding forehead, rubbing navel. And as I do it to my own body, I am sending that to you, and you can join in as well. I know sometimes we think, this is silly, I'm doing something with a video, but believe me, there is power in every action aligned with intention. So nobody's watching you. Just go for it. Okay, so I want you to allow your hands to even sort of feel like magnets, where you feel like, ooh, it's kind of hard to pull my hand off my forehead now, like it's magnetically stuck there. And you can still the hand on your navel, make it stop, and see how the magnetics feel between your two hands on your body. For some of you who have a heightened awareness, you might be able to sense this sort of magnetic pull. And for those of you that are new to this, reach into your body knowing. Just kind of turn off your judgment, scientific analysis, and become fully present in the moment in your body, sensing what maybe you haven't sensed before. Be open and slowly, slowly, almost imperceptibly lift your hands off either area and see if you can sense that it feels very magnetic. Basically, we're going to hold it here for just a moment, and I'll muscle test when the holding time is complete. Usually I can actually feel it, and then I'll muscle test. All right. Yes, okay, it's complete. Yes, complete. We need to do any other energetic process to affect the repatterning. We do. We need another modality from chakra system. No. Right. So we need something from the modality book. We do. Okay, a process, a sound, color, movement is needed, breath, another energetic contact. I'm getting a yes for another energetic contact. A mu acupuncture point is needed. That accesses the essential organs. It's special points that powerfully activate each meridian with all its characteristic qualities. So we're going to do a finger contact, and we need a midline, yes. We're going to do the mu point for triple heater, and that is about 3 inches below your navel, right in the midline of your body. So I don't know if you will see this picture well enough or not, but we are going to be doing this one right there. About 3 inches below your navel, right down the middle. And what you're going to do, the sound is needed? No. Just a finger contact, and we're going to use left hand. Use your right hand, pinky finger on that point. Just take your right pinky and just place it about 3 inches below your navel, and just hold it there. So we're activating the triple heater, which is in charge of creating warmth, bonding. It's what our system moves into in that 9 to 10:30 p.m. time, which is why that's often a time that we seek bonding. That's literally when the triple heater is ready to create warmth. The triple heater in Chinese medicine is in charge of our regulation, like the thyroid gland. All right, holding that point, and I'll muscle check when it's complete. We need more time. We do. So why don't you go ahead and close your eyes as you hold this point, and breathe. Notice your breath. Okay, I think we've got it. It's complete. Yes, it's complete. All right, anything else is needed for this session? Yes, we need to review our statements. Yes. So do any of you have anything written down that you'd like to share? That was an answer to any of the questions that we had earlier in the session. Well, I will share one of my regrets, and that is that I didn't get a practice friend on the session with me so I could practice seeing how the chat person goes ahead of time. And I appreciate that we're all going for it anyway, not letting anything stopping us from moving forward here. Something else is needed. Yes. Someone else needs to share. So if you're watching this replay, what that means is you need to say out loud one of your negative statements that you wrote down or problem pieces. All right. And as you say it, notice how it doesn't have the energy or the charge that it had before. So I'm going to pause as you look on your notes, see if you have it. All right. That's complete. We need some homework, some positive action to keep this new setting to be held in your system. We do. So let me look that up real quick. All right, we need something from here through here. Relaxation, which makes sense. Relaxation is needed. So basically your homework is going to be a very specific positive action, a small action that you take that helps seal in the new possibilities and intentions that we've created. Okay, so what is needed? Slant board or hanging upside down. So for those of you that don't have the ability to get upside down or vertical easily, one way you can do it is to have like an ironing board that you elevate a foot and you lean back on that so your head's lower. Some of us have recliner chairs, like I have a zero gravity chair where I can actually tip back, and it's awesome. But if you don't have it, you can also just stack up some pillows and get your pelvis hanging higher than your head and just recline in that backward position where blood rushes to the head and isn't held down in our feet fighting gravity all the time. So relaxation is needed as your positive action. We need to do it 1-2 times, and it matters when: today, tomorrow. All right. So we do that tomorrow. That is the homework for today. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time to visit. And this is the end of the first practice webinar, Quick Energy Clearing. Thank you for joining me. It's Rosita Alvarez at repattern.today.